actually, I moved to the US with only $800 in my pocket. That was in 2009, right at the very beginning of the 2008 recession, where everybody announces no jobs and freeze hiring everywhere. And even at the time, I was here to study my PhD. And all the universities announced that they cannot provide scholarships. As you know, my family literally came from very poor background. We must get scholarship different places. So, but luckily I was able to still land 5 offers with full scholarship for me to move to the US in 2009. That was very lucky. And then I finished my PhD as one of the youngest engineering PhD from Boston University with 14 publications and 2 patents.
Welcome to AI Product Management podcast series, where we explore ever-evolving intersection of artificial intelligence and product management. Today, we have with us Dr. Nancy Lee, a versatile entrepreneur, director of product, YouTuber, and a Forbes featured professional with 8 years of experience in driving cutting-edge technology products. Dr. Nancy Lee currently serves as the CEO of PM Accelerator. It's the fastest growing product management professional development company in the So welcome to AI and Product Podcast, Dr. Nancy Lee.
Thank you for having me, Sherry.
So your story is really inspiring as an immigrant, right? You just came with $800 to United States to pursue your American education. I would love to just hear how you first got into product and then just a little bit of your journey to where you are today and what you've achieved.
Yeah, great question. And actually, I moved to the US with only $800 in my pocket. That was in 2009, right at the very beginning of the 2008 recession, where everybody announces no jobs and freeze hiring everywhere. And even at the time, I was here to study my PhD. And all the universities announced that they cannot provide scholarships. As you know, my family literally came from very poor background. We must get scholarship different places. So, but luckily I was able to still land 5 offers with full scholarship for me to move to the US in 2009. That was very lucky. And then I finished my PhD as one of the youngest engineering PhD from Boston University with 14 publications and 2 patents. And then I started my product management career. Then before that, I started my engineering career. So that was it's very interesting. So after I got my PhD, the youngest engineering PhD became unemployed because the job market is still very bad around 2012, 2013. And luckily I landed a job as a systems engineer at Shell Oil, but I literally hated my job so much. I only worked there for 3 years, but 3 years feels like 30 years because once you hate it, it feels like it's really, really long. So basically doing the job, I had no customer interactions. I was frequently the only woman in the meeting rooms. I felt like people didn't give me the opportunities to shine. And of course, my English freaking broken at the time. And it also intentionally slowed down my green card process so they can keep me forever. And then guess what? I also discovered that my coworkers, they are just a man, but they get paid 20% higher than how much I got paid. So everything is oh gosh, I hated it. And then they start explore new career paths. And all of a sudden, one day my boyfriend, now husband, and just said, hey, have you heard of something called product management? I was like, oh, never. Then they started also take product management classes from MIT, and then got my first job within 3 months as a product manager. That's how I broke into product management.
Let's then talk about AI product management. What AI product have you launched in the past?
Yeah, great question. So my most proud one, and really speaking to my heart, was the one that received the Mayor's Best Practice Award. So that was a smart cities product using machine vision to reduce car crashes. So you can imagine that's when I started my first job, 2016. And during that time, the entire world is having a crisis. I'm saying that people drive a lot on the street right now, and there's a lot of car accidents. And actually, US is among one of the worst countries, has way more car accidents. And of course, during COVID, everything shut down. There's no car accident. People don't drive. But prior to COVID, it was really bad. So at the time, I was hired by Verizon to look into the traffic safety issue. And then we just literally just create our own AI solution, which is to use smart cameras. You can imagine the smart cameras looking at the street right now, and then they use AI to do image processing in real time and detect what is cars, pedestrians, and bikers, and analyze interaction among them in real time, and then create a predictive model regarding, hey, it's more likely given how many cars running red light, given them speeding, whatever different data we can collect. We can have lots of insight regarding how do we redesign the street, and maybe we can just send some police officers immediately jump in to do intervention to stop those like bad behaviors on the street as well. So that was actually my first product. And
since you have so much experience in building AI powered products, like could you please tell us, and how does end-to-end AI product management lifecycle look like? How it is different from the traditional product management what we do today?
Yeah, great question. So the end-to-end AI product management lifecycle has two layers. The layer number one is the traditional product management lifecycle. Layer number two is something unique to AI. So let's bring out the two layers. So all the AI product, we need to understand originally the ideation of the product, which is the same thing as what traditional product management is. So I recommend everyone still follow the traditional product management framework regarding ideation, what the need, the desire, customer interview, different things. And then the step two is actually new framework, which you need to literally develop the AI model. To really figure out, is AI actually going to solve the problem or not? If so, what different kind of parameters goes into building this AI model? How would you collect those data to train the AI model? What's your KPI to define the success of your AI model? So those are different from traditional product management because that requires more research or AI engineering. That's also where the AI ML data scientists and those kind of people come in as well. So the success of your product has a lot to do with how good your training data is, how would you build your data model, and different things. So that's become a phase number two. In general, this phase doesn't exist in the traditional product management development cycle. Now, phase number three went back to the traditional product management lifecycle, which actually building your MVP. So you have your model, ideally is going to address some problem, and then you build the MVP to really see how AI is actually going to solve the problem. Scientifically speaking, some models can do ABCD things, but how will customers really use it? That's a different story. And are they going to purchase it? Or you can design different kind of business model around it. So that's a phase number two. That's where the software engineers come in. You build a model, then you have real software engineer to really run applications on top of an AI model and really package it in that to become a product. There's differences between science building a model, scientists building a model, and then actually become a product. So that becomes phase number three. So now phase number four is also very similar to product management lifecycle, which is all the GTM, go-to-market strategy. But phase number four, we also add more things regarding the AI governance and ethic issue around your AI product. So when you really package and design it, so that's more towards relatively later stage of the product. Of course, you can bring up the issue of the ethic issue as early as possible when you build the model. So those should be considered early as well. But the product management lifecycle in reality has lots of overlap with the traditional PM lifecycle. Questions?
Yeah, sure. I think that was a wonderful session. Too many insights. Thank you so much, Dr. Nancy Lee, for being part of this podcast.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. And everyone, you feel free to check out our YouTube content. We have lots of AI product management free training on YouTube as well. Product management career is available for everybody, including AI product management career. People just need to get started right now and take some AI courses. We also recommend AI courses for everyone to get started right away.
Yes, please everyone check out Dr. Nancy Lee's YouTube channel. She has a great content on AI product management as well and other product management. So thank you so much, Dr. Nancy Lee. That was a wonderful session.
Thank you for having me, Siri.
Thank you.